Grand Rising. Good day. And good night. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to Yah's channel. Welcome to 144 from the stars. Tarot. Let's go ahead and give Odin a treat. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know. The totem for this message is going to be an earthworm. I have some word that I'm going to read for us. I'm going to be reading from the book of Enoch. I'm going to be reading chapter 47. It is 4 verses. In that day, the prayer of the holy and the righteous, and the blood of the righteous, shall ascend from the earth into the presence of Yahuwah Sabaoth. In that day shall the holy ones assemble, who dwell above the heavens, and with united voice petition, supplicate, praise, loud, and bless the name of Yahuwah Sabaoth, on account of the blood of the righteous which has been shed, that the prayer of the righteous may not be intermittent before Yahuwah Sabaoth, that for them he would execute judgment, and that his patience may not endure forever. At that time I beheld the Ancient of Days, while he sat upon the throne of his glory. The scepter of the living was opened in his presence, and all the powers which were above the heavens stood around and before him. Then were the hearts of the Kodashim full of joy, because the consummation of righteousness was arrived. The supplication of the Kodashim heard, and the blood of the righteous appreciated by Yahuwah Sabaoth. The book that I'm reading from is called The Sefer, for those of you that are new here, and I happen to have the Millennium Edition. It's a little pricey, but definitely worth it. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. The totem was an earthworm. Someone knows the truth. Someone has been in secret, has been lying there in secret, and knows the truth of truths, the truths that others don't even know. They know the truth about evil. They know the truth about the enemy, and they are in position. This is a godly and sanctified individual. I'm picking up very strong masculine energy, but that does not mean that they have to be masculine. However, there's something bona fide, certified about this person. This individual may have had to do some things they're not necessarily proud of in order to remain concealed and work up the ranks of something. It feels like a deep cover kind of energy. This person is favored by God, whoever I'm picking up on, and they are cleansed of any iniquities. I'm kind of getting the energy of like an undercover who has to, like, let's say like a hypothetical, like an undercover cop that's infiltrating an organized group of criminals. I don't think that undercover cop would necessarily want the organized criminals that they're trying to join in to know that they're a cop, right? So that probably means the cop has to do some things that the cop normally wouldn't do in order to gain the trust of the people they're investigating. That's kind of what I meant by whoever I'm picking up on has done some things that they're not exactly proud of, but they did it to gain the ranks of something that was very corrupted in order to take it down. I have now I've picked up on a similar energy like this before in the past, but this one feels like we're getting close to completion. Magician and the star. This Knight of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like whoever I'm picking up on has received orders from Spirit that it is time. There is something about the Holy Grail, a divine feminine, chalice, holy waters, and then we have this devil energy. And I'm noticing the blood dripping off the cheek. There's demonic sacrifice because there's an inverted pentagram tattooed on this devil's face, and there's blood dripping. And it's like dripping on the chains of these people, but specifically on the woman, on the feminine. And then there's this masculine energy with this Ace of Swords. This is deep, whatever this is. Deep. Yeah. We could state this deeply, so to speak. Ace of Cups. I'm really getting Holy Grail energy a lot. Just wait and see. Sisterhood of the Rose, the lineage of Mary Magdalene. Ten, but not until they were, what the fuck, that is dark. Whatever this underground network was doing that this masculine has been investigating, they were looking for something within the DNA, and that's why they were, all right, so like, for one, they were doing some kind of very dark ritualistic sacrifice that involved blood. But not only were they doing that, so they weren't wasting the people they were sacrificing, they were using, which that sounds so awful, and it is awful, all right? But I just got to give the information out, okay? Damn, I'm going to have to like shield myself emotionally just to even tap into this. Wow, that is heavy. Holy crap. All right. Bear with me, y'all. That's very emotional. That's hard. That's a hard energy for me to deliver. So they are cycling through sacrifices, and there's blood ritual being done here. And they're looking for something in the blood. And I'm pretty sure they're trying to find a certain lineage. So this underground thing is sacrificing, and they're doing some kind of nasty ritual involving blood and sacrifice. And whatever they are done with, they just kind of discard. Oh my gosh. They discard, and they keep looking for what they're looking for. So it's like, oh, well, we're gonna do this to you anyways. And even if you're not what we're really looking for, we're still gonna squeeze what little bit of use we can get out of you. But we're really looking for the real thing, whatever this real thing is. And I literally feel like it has to do with the blood or the DNA of an ancient lineage. And I feel like they are hunting down, trying to find a descendant of Mary Magdalene, which would obviously also be a descendant of Yeshua. But for some reason, it's focusing on the feminine energy. She has a gift. That's what that is. Holy shoot. What the that's why you were cloaked. And that's why you almost fucking got, what the fuck, yo? Whoever I'm reading on, you are a descendant of this. You are what this, y'all. Okay. 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 All right. You're literally a descendant of Mary Magdalene. And obviously that would be a descendant of Yeshua as well. And I'm picking up something specifically about the divine feminine right now. Now, obviously, this can resonate for a masculine too, in the sense that there's probably the other half of this. I'm probably going to pick up on another reading. So this is probably still useful for you to listen to, even if you don't resonate with being a divine feminine. Like, whatever this information is pretty important. Okay. Because I would imagine that there's something else coming through on the other side. But anyways, you've been hidden. You've been hidden. You've been cloaked. You've been shielded. You've been hidden in plain sight. That's why you were born in bumfuck nowhere. Or you were either born in like bumfuck nowhere, or you were born in a highly densely populated area. Like, there's no in between. It's either like absolute middle of fucking nowhere, or a very dense area where it'd be really hard to find you. That's how this message is going to resonate. And all right, I'm starting to actually pick up a little bit on the other side of the masculine energy too. So hopefully I didn't lose you, but that information's starting to come in too. But I still want to focus on this other for a second, because I've already felt that long enough to get a little more clarity on the layers of it. So just bear with me, okay? There are some kind of gifts and abilities that are activating in the DNA, and this was prophesied. All right? A really dark agenda. And I remember picking up on this energy about some evil ass shit going on with them trying to find something in the DNA. And that was part of the reason why they did a lot of things. I can't say it because stupid freaking laws, and it is what it is. We're going to navigate it. All right. We're going to do a little dancey dance around the fucking shit. And we're just going to do our best to, y'all read between the lines, and I do my best to not, get booted. Fuck. There's a certain gene key frequency within whether you are a masculine or a feminine of this line or lineage. And whatever this dark, draconic, like, evil has been doing, and they're particularly after the feminine. They may have already, that's unfortunate. They need the feminine to complete it, whatever nasty shit they're going to try to do. That's, what the fuck? Is that what the Antichrist is? Some kind of crazy genetic manipulation of the masculine genome and the feminine genome key through this dark, ritualistic. Oh, hell no. They've already found the masculine. They've already got what they need of the masculine. And they're trying to find the chalice. They're trying to find the Holy Grail. What the fuck? There's some kind of gifts and abilities that descendants of this line have that hadn't been activated up till like now. Like it's I'm really getting the energy like this is activating now. And that may be very intense. It's a process. And it's going to be very intense for you. Don't fear it. Don't fight it. Just let it in. That's overwhelming. It's going to be I'm not even going to bullshit you. Like, this energy is going to come through you. Something different, something crazy. You know, I had just recently did a reading and I had picked up on the energy of there being something about, and I was picking up particularly on like Christed masculine energies and like them not even necessarily being human. Like the one in particular I was picking up on very strong, who was coming through telepathically to me, who had the title of Commander Ashtar. That's not a name, it's a title. Okay. Had the title of a Commander Ashtar and was literally telepathically speaking to me from wherever, I don't need to say too much, but okay. And now I'm picking up on it. There's some kind of crazy ass agenda on this shit. They already. This is a crazy fucking download. Do y'all get what I'm picking up on without like really saying too much? They're trying to get the other piece they need from the divine feminine of this lineage, and I don't know what they're gonna fucking do. I don't like. I do. I don't want to know this. I don't even want to say it, but it kind of feels like they're gonna genetically engineer a being, a chosen being. They already have it in some kind of. They've already got it halfway. What the fuck? They want to do this now because they think if they do it before, they can just wipe. This is worse than Atlantis all over again. It's cool because the light's already won, but y'all. I'm getting a really crazy feeling that a character I mentioned earlier in this reading knows. And his orders have to act now. Because if he doesn't, the enemy will get the other piece they need. I'm feeling it. It hurts. This hurts. This is like do or die. This is very important. This is a very important mission. No wonder the iniquities that this person had to do to gain the trust and loyalty of the. No wonder it's completely blotted out. Look at their freaking assignment. Yeah, you forgiven, dog. Like, go. What the hell? Go get her. Go get them. Go whatever this is. They need me to calm down. They understand why this is emotional for me. Okay. Someone's got a person of the light knows the location. And they are infiltrated in this enemy group. And they have given intel, their eyes and ears, and they're receiving intel. And the enemy's close, but they're not there yet. So it's time to strike now. It's time to strike now. Yo, there's something about this activation that's going to feel like an intense divine love, but also the pain of a womb. It's literally going to feel like birthing pains into divine love throughout your whole, it's going to be intense. All right. So if you're a divine feminine and this resonates and you think this might be, yo, that's what that crazy rush of energy is. That's why the dragons, oh, they said, bingo, you're figuring it out. I can't say too much. I will say hallelujah. I will say that. Trinity, the Three of Cups, Chariot, and the Tower. Judgment on top of this devil with this justice. This King of Cups is about to turn into the King of Wands. He's about to switch up on him. It's about to be, it's like, yo, I don't know if you've ever been set up before when someone switches on you, but that's what this King of Cups is about to do to the enemy. Is about to switch up. Or he already has. I would imagine he already has. I don't think they would let me pick up if it was in a crucial stage. So I just saw a flash of lightning right there. I don't even know if I wanted the camera to pick that up because I saw it like right here. Okay. All right, let me pick these up. Ace of Pentacles and the Tower again, the Moon, the Chariot. So this was like a covert operation, okay? They had to infiltrate this group. Someone literally had to convince a bunch of evil, dark spirited, like draconian type deals that they were one of them. And I can't imagine how hard that was on this masculine. But they had him shielded, they had him cloaked, and he was ready for this assignment. This person literally could be a descendant of Archangel Michael. One of the oldest descendants. Pretty sure he is like the oldest. He's the eldest. He's an elder. So he's been in that Archangel Faith energy for a while, and he's about to switch into Archangel Michael energy. He's fully integrated with his higher self, his highest self, has been this whole time. And whoever is watching this, you're going to be okay. There was some shit that you survived. I don't know if you've seen the reading I recently posted about whole entire corrupt county being exposed or some shit like that, but I'm getting a crazy ass feeling like that was your message too. For someone. There's others that this might resonate with and that wasn't your message, but there's some people I'm picking up on and I know that shit was your message. And look, oh my gosh. I'm so glad you're okay. The evil motherfuckers that were doing that shit to you in the past, they didn't even know. I felt that energy like zombified puppets. Like they didn't even know how evil what they were doing really was. And they knew what they were doing was evil. But like they were just little fingerlings, little puppets of something much bigger, much darker, much more cruel and evil. And if they would have done what they were going to get paid to do to you, where you were going was exactly what I was talking about earlier in this reading. And then if that would have happened, the enemy would have got what they needed out of your blood. Thank God. Oh my gosh. And that's that whole weird shit with the sharing of the... Oh, that's nasty. That is so nasty. That's really nasty. I'm not going to say anything except for intravenous, and I'm just going to move forward safely and securely. Thank God you're okay and you're safe. Because the mixing, this is really nasty. This energy's awful. This is a horrible, horrible thing to like tap into. It needs to. Like I'm gonna get through it, y'all. But being an empath while tapping it ain't fucking fun. Are all yup, 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 yup. 144 energy, y'all. Twin flamed angelic souls. That's why so many were almost yeah. Fuck. That's why so many are survivors of MK, survivors of like say less, right? Like just say less. Fucking say less. That's why y'all survived all that shit. It was way darker than that. It was way more evil. Way more evil than what most people even understand it to be. That's what that whole like cartel and all of it, like they don't even realize what they're working for. All of the like the worst of the worst don't even realize what they're really working for. They're just in it for the... And they got no problem doing it. They don't ask no questions. They don't care where the people go, they just want to receive the money, the cash flow, the power, the control. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit. But they don't even realize like where this stuff is actually going, where these people were actually going, and what it was feeding into, and what they were trying to create off of them, what they were looking for inside of them. Okay. Three of Swords. And now Odin is snoring. He ain't got nothing to worry about. The full reverse. And I saw that Three of Swords, and then we got this full reverse. So something's already been stopped. I can't say that word on here, but they wanted to correct me to a past tense version of a 4-letter word that started with a K and it ends in 2 L's. Within, yeah. Okay. I mean, shit, when we're talking about that, yeah, I ain't got no problem with it, you know? I mean, when we're talking about that kind of energy, it probably does need to be handled like that. Hierophant, Ace of Swords, and Judgment, and the Hierophant again. The 4-4, and then the 10 of Cups. So there is like a victory in this. So and that was part of that other reading I gave, and I think I titled it like militaristic attack, strategic or something like that. Oh gosh, y'all, if you're reading this one and like you're new to the channel and you probably need to check out those other 2 readings. Okay, you really probably do if you ain't seen them, because I'm not going to repeat messages, and there are information in those that are relevant here. I mean, especially the militaristic, like that one's just overall collectively resonant. And for some of you that are survivors of some shit, you probably need to see that other one. It's like a 3-part reading too. So you're going to have to find the part 1. It's recent to this one. So if you're watching this around the time it shouldn't, you can go on my page and scroll. Look, oh my gosh. We need the truth out. That's for sure. All right. Oh, fuck. Man, this reading. It's hard on my body. I'm not going to lie. This shit's rough. Okay. I had mentioned in the militaristic strategy reading about like collapsed timelines and able to move forward and like DNA activations and stuff like that. And I'm starting to realize another aspect of these collapsed timelines. What we were trying to stop was this agenda by the devil, because this devil energy, right? This dark, nasty fucking bloodline. Okay, whatever. They were trying to create some kind of hybrid being. They were going to infuse the two things into one and create a fucking monster. And I think that is going to be the Antichrist. Now, the good thing is that what we stopped was them doing this before the rest of the descendants in the 144 activated, because that's what they were really trying to do. They were trying to stop prophecy by doing that shit beforehand. But the light has already won, and we already know what the fucking things are going to do. So we collapse that timeline. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. I got this weird, nasty feeling like they will eventually, like it's inevitable, like it's prophecy for them to create this thing. But fortunately, what we managed to do is collapse the timeline where they created it before we had a chance to stop it. And now, if they do create this thing, I hope to God they don't, but I mean, the word of God will be fulfilled. I'm looking in the black candle and I'm seeing fangs, and they look gnarly. They look pretty gnarly. You might actually be able to see them. I'll point them out. Like right here is a fang, and right there is a fang. But anyways, venomous, a venom energy. Okay. Gosh. Anyways, they're not going to be able to stop us. And if they manage to create what they're wanting to create, it won't be until after the light is already furthered into position and activated. And there won't just be one. It'll be all of us. And you bet your ass we have the King of King. Like, there's something going on. There's something going on. Man, this energy is crazy. This is a good thing, y'all. It's heavy for me. The good thing is like what I said. We stopped a really bad timeline. It completely collapsed. It doesn't exist. Like, we collapsed that timeline. We're not on it. It doesn't exist for us. There may be a Queen of Swords that has also been picking up on similar energies. Judgment. Archangel Gabriel energy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ain't no way this came through like this. Okay. But we here. We're here. We are definitely here. All right, y'all. I think I'm just, yeah, this shit's crazy. I think I got the message out. I'm just like stunned. Empress energy, King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. The divine feminine has been saved. Now, I don't know what the hell is going to go on in the future. I'm looking out my window and I'm seeing, it's because of the privacy film I have on my window, but I'm literally seeing 3 arcing rainbows. 3 arcs of rainbows reflecting off the privacy film on my window. Star energy. Okay? So if you are a divine feminine, star, moon, Fool, Ace of Cups, and you've been feeling a really intense energy that's painful yet beautiful, it's love, but it's like more like an intense birth kind of feeling in your body spiritually, that's what it is. That's exactly what this is. It's a huge activation. Two of Cups. Damn. Now I'm getting like pains right where a uterus would be. I'm not even kidding. I'm very empathic. Like, when both of my children were born, I felt the contractions. I felt the pain of the birth. I feel menstrual cycles of my wife when she has them. Like, I'm extremely empathic. I feel it. I feel it in my body. I went through postpartum depression severely. So, yeah. Don't think I don't understand something just because I got a phallus. I'm not saying I'm a feminine and I understand it to the fullest extent, but I can fucking empathize. I can empathize. And it's not like I haven't been a female in another life before. It's just not my flame of our soul's preference, and neither is it hers. She prefers to be the female. I prefer to be the male. Been there, done that. No thanks. We like it this way. Twin flames are about to go through something crazy. And that explains why I've been picking up on a lot of twin flame readings recently. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and leave this reading here. If you like the way that I read, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I will see you on the next collective message.